Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. As you'll notice on the screen, I'm going solo today, so hey, bear with me, and I covet you joining into the conversation with me. If you're here in the Midwest, last night was a bit stormy, not an awful lot of sleep for many people with the tornadoes and the sirens and the rain and the thunderstorms. It was quite a loud night. I'm very thankful that it appears that there wasn't a lot of damage and no loss of life, and that's quite a blessing. Today is Wednesday. We've been talking in the past for the past couple of months, relating our life and our business to a garden theme. I like stories. I like word pictures to make it easy to apply things to my life. That's just the way my mind works. So I find that easier to work with. So you'll have to bear with me as I am going solo. So I've got to keep on speaking, stay on the screen, and play with all the buttons in the background. Looking at the way we did April showers, the rain that comes into our life, May flowers, the blooming. So here in June, we're talking about our success. And today we were wondering, how do you feel about your success? I want to invite you to join in the conversation. Sherry is out today. She's playing with her grandson. And that is such a joy and a great opportunity. We never want to miss those opportunities. So while she's playing with her grandson, I'm here talking about our lives, our business, and our success. How do you feel about your success? Join in the conversation through the comments below. Please stay on topic. I am using StreamYard. I may not be able to see your name. Sometimes Facebook doesn't allow the name to come through. You're welcome to leave your comments without changing your name if I tell you that I can't see it, or you can go to streamyard.com/Facebook. Do that in a different tab though. Don't leave me here. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. How do you feel about your success? Now, going with our garden theme. You've had the garden, you've got the flowers blooming. How does that make you feel? Sometimes when I go out and I look at my beautiful blooming flowers, I look and I see, oh, there's that weed. Those weeds keep getting in there. I've totally taken my focus off of my flowers, the beautiful thing, and I'm looking at something totally distracting. When it comes to weeds, I could reach in and just pull them out. Do I? Oh, we won't go there. No, I don't always do that. So what do you do? How do you feel about your successes? Sometimes we think that the success only counts when the project is complete. Now, something that Sherry and I talk about all the time and try to encourage is doing the small steps along the way. Enjoy those moments. Celebrate those moments as well. So when you have those moments, how do you celebrate? How does it make you feel as you're climbing up those stairs towards your goal and you've gotten up to the first landing? Welcome to the new people who are coming in. I see you there. Welcome. Sherry's out playing with her grandson today. So you get me today. We'll see if I can't keep you interested in joining in the conversation as well as Sherry does. What are some successes that you are celebrating? What are some goals that you're going towards? I know with that garden analogy, one success we have in our backyard is we have some huge trees. I looked out there before coming into here to start the show today, and I saw that one of the trees, the tree that my grandson used to love to climb in and hide from me, he liked to climb up as high as he could safely. I assure you he was safe. But one of the branches came off last night. Well, that kind of messes up the whole look back there now. Now there's this, it didn't destroy anything. It wasn't a huge branch, but it was big enough that you see this great big piece missing from the tree. And a lot of times, I think sometimes look at my successes, things that I've done, things that I've accomplished with that. Yeah, but that piece is broken. Do you do that? I'd like to know I'm not the only one. But I do like those moments, though, when I take my success. I sit back with my cup of tea. Yes, this is tea this morning. I do sometimes start with coffee. I just don't tell Sherry. Shh, keep my secret. This is a celestial seasoning energy tea. And I could pop it in the Keurig just like I do my coffee pods. Makes a big difference in my mornings. But sometimes when I finish a project and I see the success, I want to just sit back and look at it, admire it, and pat myself on the back. Do you ever pat yourself on the back? Do you have trouble patting yourself on the back? You know, those times when you celebrate what you've done and what you've accomplished, and then you hear those voices say, oh, you're just bragging. Girl, you worked hard. Go ahead and brag. Enjoy what you're doing. But one thing when I think about success is, success is not final. Just like failure. Failure is not final. Success is not final. Those flowers in my garden are going to go away. If they're annuals, they're going to bloom, shine. I will enjoy them while they're here, but they will go away. Those perennials will bloom, shine, and they're still going to go away for a period of time. But the garden is still there, and I still can enjoy what I'm doing with it. How does success feel physically? When you have achieved something, here I am multitasking, aren't I? Physically, after I've completed something, going back to our garden example, you know what? I'm tired. I'm probably a little sore, but it sure does feel good. Reed and I just recently painted the back deck. It was really looking bad. And I know when we got finished, boy, we were sore. But oh, I tell you what, I can now stand in my kitchen and look out the patio doors and see this beautiful deck. It looks so nice. Physically, it does something to me. It energizes me. Emotionally, I get that, I did that. That really feels good. It brings that little high. Do you ever get that? What do you do that brings that high feeling, that good emotional and physical feeling? Even if you're feeling pain in physical pain, can success overcome some of that pain? When you are looking at your successes, do you do what I do and do the what if game? Yeah, I did that. It works. It looks good. But what if somebody doesn't like it? What if I do this and when I get all done, I notice it's not perfect? I play that game a lot. It's a hard game to play. And I've had to try to train myself to change that what if game. Sure. What if someone doesn't like it? But what if 10 other people do like it? What if I like it? I did that for me. So that's the most important thing, isn't it? If I did something that I enjoy, that I'm pleased with, why should I let that one person who comes in, is going to make that comment, oh, you missed a spot, or I wouldn't have done it that way. So for a long time, I had those walls up, just ready for someone to say that to me. It's taken a lot of years to knock down that and say, you know what? That's okay. I'm happy. As long as you are celebrating and it's your success, the what if game, hard one to get rid of, but is a good one to work at defeating. For those of you who are just now joining, this is Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann, and today you have just Terry Ann. Sherry is playing with grandson today. She's enjoying his laughs and his hugs and his giggles. Oh, isn't being a grandparent a success? You know, when I was first found out I was going to be a grandparent, people were just, oh, how great it is, how great it is. What are you talking about? Until I held that first grandchild in my arms. All of a sudden, it was, now I understand. That I thought was a success as well. When I watch my daughters be the mothers that they are, I'm so proud to be their mother. I did a lot of screw ups, made a lot of mistakes, but when I see how great they are with their kids, I think I didn't do too bad with my own. Do you ever get that feeling? I know that, okay, I asked about how you feel physically. Physical, you know, when you are successful physically, it can give this great, all right, let's back that up and let's use the right words, Terry Ann. When you are successful, it can affect you physically. There's that exhilaration. Emotionally, what does it do to you emotionally? Celebrating and noticing your successes. You made a great dinner. I don't know about you. I have been enjoying cooking dinners. And when I'm all done, I just, that really feels good. When I finish a blog post and I've read it and I've posted it, that feels good. There's the release of those emotions. What are they called? Anybody on here help me out with the words I'm looking for here? Is it serotonin? I think that's the word. But those chemicals that are released, they make a big difference. They can overcome so many defeating lies that we tell ourselves, so many defeating moments and emotions and feelings. That's why I play with the crown. Put on the crown. Get a little bit of smile. That little bitty smile brings in an opportunity to allow peace and joy to come in, allows a little laughter to come out, a little smile. It can change your entire outlook on so many things. Now, speaking of some things that I guess towards success, I'll call it that. I want to share with you something that Sherry has planned. You know that Sherry got her book out. Very excited about that. And I will come over here real quick and put a link again to her book in the comments here so that you can be sure to check it out. I got to move a little bit over here and over here. Here's Sherry's book. From her book, she is doing an 8-week workshop. And she's asking you to join her. To find out more information about the book, about her workshop, about how you can work with her, go to her Facebook page at Facebook and search for Here to There Consulting. And there you can find the information on where you can register and join her for this 8-week workshop. Now, let's go one more step here. Let's see. The next slide. I am going to be doing an online book study. We're not just going to open up the book and just say, oh, here's what I got out of it. We're going to spend some time studying the text. The book is called Precious in His Sight, The Transforming Power of Seeing Yourself Through Jesus' Eyes. It's written by Teresa Ingram. She is the wife of Chip Ingram of Living on the Edge Ministries, if you've heard of him. And for some reason, my post did not display, it says. So we'll try it again. So go to lifecoachta.com and you can register right there. Have you read Sherry's book yet? It's very empowering. To the new people I see just coming on, you are at Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. You only got Terry Ann today. Sherry is playing with grandson Simon. And so I'm sitting here talking about how do you feel about your success? I will tell you, if you are commenting, and I'm sure that you are, but for some reason it's not coming across my screen. So I'm just going to keep on talking. Let's see, let's make a couple more changes over here. Let's see, what were some other thoughts I had? Oh, are you afraid of success? I know people, and I will say, there are times that I have been here myself. You get real close to achieving that success and you back off. Because success leads to that, if I do this, then they'll expect me to do more. And then other people will want me to do this, and I don't know if I can, I don't know. And we start really defeating ourselves. And so when we get that fear of success and we'll get real close and then shy away because we don't really want to go there. And we don't necessarily know why or consciously that we're doing it, but it's often fear. Success can create in us fear. I like this phrase I found. This quote is attributed to Winston Churchill. Comes from the internet. You can put any name on there, I suppose, but it is, success is not final. Failure is not final. It is the courage to continue that counts. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that courage to continue? With the garden analogy, right now, would you say that your life is in bloom? Is it budding? Are the seeds just starting to pop out? I shared a few weeks ago, I was trying to grow some tea leaves. I had a couple of chamomiles and I had a little patch of red clover, and I was so excited. I'm here to tell you that all of them are dead. I do not have a green thumb. Does that mean I'm not successful? Well, it means that that particular batch did not succeed. But I'm going to try again. I have several other pots of items that I did plant. Now they've grown. So where is my success? Is it in the one that failed? Is it in the ones that are growing? I think it's in both. That's the funny thing about success. Everyone has their own description of it, their own definition. I want to challenge you this week. Well, I want to use the word journal, but I know the word journal sometimes will put people off. So whatever word you want to use, journal, write, think, concentrate, whatever word works best for you. What is your definition of success? Once you determined what you would consider success, consider these other things. How will you feel when you achieve that? Break it down a little further. How will you feel physically? How will it make you feel emotionally, mentally? What will it do to your lifestyle, to your business? Because what you define as your success might be entirely different than what I define as my success. But that's okay. That's the neat thing about it. There's not one in concrete. You are successful when enter description here, because everyone has their own description. So what is your description of success? How do you feel about seeking that success? How will you feel when you've achieved that success? And if you are there, how do you feel about it now? I love to journal. I find that it really releases a lot of inner thoughts that I don't even realize are there. Think about journaling. Don't worry about your grammar. Don't worry about your spelling. And don't even worry about what you're writing. Just start to write. When you're all done, when nothing else is coming out of that pen, go back and read it. You might be surprised to find some answers in there that you didn't even know were there. That's often the way that journaling works. That's the way that it works for me. I know it works that way for several people that I know. It doesn't work that way for everyone. Again, what works for you? We have to make this all very personal. We each have our own definitions. We each have our own styles. So we have to relate it to us and our emotions, our moments. My definition of success today is different than it was 10 years ago. That's okay. That's okay. I do hope that Sherry is enjoying her time with Simon today. Sherry, we miss you. We look forward to having you back next week. We're going to keep talking about success, our feelings, our growth, applying it to our life and our business. Join in the conversation here. If you're on the replay, start with hashtag replay and enter your comments. Let us know that you've watched, what your thoughts are about the discussion. If we were sitting across from the table from each other, what would you say about this particular statement? In the meantime, if you are willing to, be sure to check out. Let's go ahead and turn that banner off there for just a bit. Sherry has an 8-week workshop going with her book. It's going to start on June 20th. Go to her Facebook page, Here to Their Consulting, for the details and the registration link. And then if you'd like to join me next Monday, noontime, we're going to do a book study on the book, Precious in His Sight. This is going to be text-based, so we're going to not just sit down and say, here's what I got out of the book. We're going to spend some time really looking at the book and talking about it during the noontime, allowing a moment or two to stop and grab something to eat in between. So 12:05, we'll open up at noon so we can start talking at 12:05. That's what we each have going on. You can watch replays of any of the Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann episodes on either of our YouTube channels. I will put those in the comments. You can also find all those on the Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann Facebook page. In the meantime, enjoy your... Oh, good morning, Marinella. It's good to see you. Sherry's been away today. She's playing with baby Simon. I've just been talking about success. I look forward to seeing all of you next week. With Sherry here, we're going to continue our discussion. Stick with the garden theme. You know, I like those word pictures. Just kind of helps me to process things and see them in a different light. Until next week, have a great day.